Man's ever called you masculine, do not take it offensively. Do not be offended. He's not trying to be rude. What he's trying to say is your masculine energy is too much for my feminine energy.
Rivah TV.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I'm back again with another video. So I saw this video when I was scrolling through the wonderful world of TikTok, and basically it is comforting women who are in their masculine energy. So I'm gonna go ahead and press play, pause play, and give you guys my thoughts, my feelings, my opinions on this entire situation.
Man's ever called you masculine, do not take it offensively. Do not be offended. He's not trying to be rude. What he's trying to say is your masculine energy is too much for my feminine energy. Your big masculine energy is too much for my feminine energy. The man in you is triggering the in me. If you've ever been around a real masculine man, then you know that you can be the roughest, toughest girl ever. And that's how they see you, like a little girl, like you barking like a chihuahua.
I want to stop right here for just 1 second, right? My issue with this conversation is that it is on the basis that if a woman is in her masculine energy, the only reason why a man would have a problem with that is because of the fact that, you know, as she's saying before, she's more man than him. And that is completely false. Okay? That is 100%, 1,000,000% false. No man who is into women wants to lie in the bed with another man, okay? And the minute that you puff up your chest, the minute that you get disrespectful, combative, the minute that you start to challenge him and try to attempt to emasculate him, that is when he is no longer going to see you as a little Powerpuff Girl, and he is now going to see you as a WWE wrestler, okay? That is how that works. And it is going to obviously negatively affect and impact his attraction to you, the way that he has compassion for you or empathy or even sympathy for you. Like, it is 100% going to change the dynamics of the relationship because of the fact that you are changing the balance of what is supposed to naturally be. I use this analogy all the time where I say, if you are putting two batteries into a remote, you cannot put both of the batteries in a plus minus, direction when the opposite of the other one, in the other section, it goes plus minus minus plus. You cannot try to copy the other section in the other one because nothing is going to turn on. Likewise in a relationship. The passion's not going to turn on. The attraction's not going to turn on. The symmetry is not going to turn on. It's not going to work because you are in your wrongful place. And for a man to call that out, he has the right to do so, because if a man was walking around acting like a girl, y'all women would be calling him sassy all day long and talking about, you don't want a man like that. You want a man that's in his masculine energy. Likewise, a man has the right to say he wants a woman who's in her feminine energy.
Masculine men be like, shh. Stop. As a woman, it's damn near impossible to operate in your masculine energy around a masculine man because they get offended when you do things that they take pride in. Walk on the wrong side of the street next to a masculine man if you want to and watch him bump your ass to the right side.
This is foolishness, guys. I'm with you when you're right. Okay? I'm with you when you're right. I don't come with to the conversation with a whole, like, I want to be a contrarian to women. I genuinely don't. I'm willing to hear the conversation, but if it doesn't make sense and it's foolishness, I'm going to call it out. There's been a time that she said something else, I think it was about intimacy in a relationship. I completely agreed with her. This, I don't agree with. Because if that is true, why is it that when women are in relationships with the same men that they say that they want, they still exude the same traits that end up messing up those relationships? They will get in the beginning of the relationship, oh, this is a masculine man. I ain't never had a man like this. I ain't never had a man who knew how to put me in my place and check me. And how would they have known if he was the type to be able to put them in their place or check them unless they exuded the same qualities that the men before them had a problem with? 100%. They still try. Like, a lot of these women will literally try to test their boundaries and their limits with the masculine man, and then have the audacity to turn around and say that a man is only masculine if he allows them to act the whatever way that they want to act, but he just doesn't check them for it, or he just says shh, relax, or he deals with it in a calm manner. That's foolishness. That don't make no sense.
Try to fix something in the house or take out the trash and watch what he say to you. And worst of all, go ahead and pull out your card to pay for something like dinner in public. They act like you called them the B word. Masculine men don't mind if you're assertive or have opinions at all. Number one, because they love a challenge. Number two, because they love to be proven right.
Masculine energy. A woman being a masculine woman, and a woman being a feminine woman is not equivalent to a woman being assertive and a woman being a mute. These things are always conflated. A feminine woman is just that, a woman who is always in tune with her feminine energy. She respects the masculine. She balances the masculine. It does not mean that she does not have an opinion. She does not have her own thought process, that she doesn't do things in the way in which she would want them to be done. It means that, like I said, she respects her counterpart and she works with him in a dance. She is not trying to dominate him. She's not trying to control him. She's not trying to force his hand in doing things. She knows how to communicate herself to him in an effective way where he can positively listen to her, and she's not talking at him, she's talking to him. A lot of women who detach themselves from the ideology of being a feminine woman do not even know what a feminine woman is, because a lot of them have never had an experience to even watch, a feminine woman around them, or they themselves, they feel like they don't portray those qualities and have gotten so comfortable in it that they try to downplay what a feminine woman actually is. They equate a feminine woman to being a doormat. Those two things do not exist. Like, they don't exist.
Let y'all be arguing about whether or not to go left or right, and you go right, and it turns out that you were wrong. He gonna be like, you ready to listen to me now? Yeah, shh, stop. Men that are operating in their feminine energy aren't trying to be rude when they say you're too masculine. They're literally letting you know, we're both women. This is not gonna work.
Why is it the mindset that they're letting the woman know that they're both women, instead of the mindset being that he's saying we're both men? This is just so foolishness. There's so much foolishness, and to the women who applauded in the comment section, and yes, girl, sis, I agree. Congratulations, you have just outed yourself that you are comfortable in being in your masculine energy, which is not your rightful place. And let's be clear, like, energetically, as human beings, we both have both, right? Women have masculine and feminine energy, and men have masculine and feminine energy. Men, when they are in the space that they are nurturing and caring to their children, to their wives, to whatever the case, like, that is drawing off of the feminine aspect in themselves. And when women are, at work or in the workforce, or, even when their husbands aren't around and they have to get things done, they are more in tune with their masculine energy, right? And so there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is that there's a balance between the two. As a feminine woman, you are, feminine 100% of the time, and you step in and lean on that energy only when necessary. Right? And when necessary is not getting your point across with your masculine man in a relationship. It is when you have to go and handle things, when bringing all this stuff into the house, all these bags. Like, there are different times and spaces for that. But it's never needed when you are having a disagreement with your partner. It's never needed when you are trying to prove that you're more of a man than the man that you're actually choosing to lay down and give your body in a relationship. It doesn't make any sense. And so, having comfort in that, it's a horrible thing, because it's actually not okay. And we can see different societies and different cultures where women are 100% exuding feminine energy, and they don't seem to be doormats. They don't seem to be living the lives that are burdened down, and they're not getting what they want out of relationships. It doesn't work that way. It literally doesn't. But a lot of, women, unfortunately, women, especially that are more dominant or, masculine, tend to be women who feel like they have to get out the mud, that they got it on their own, that they have to be the man that they can't attract or that they can't balance with. A lot of times, especially within the Black community, a lot of these women exude these masculine traits, and they are waiting for someone who they are trying to say is masculine, but who is actually feminine, and who is more, compassionate or understanding to the masculine energy in you, because he's comfortable with that. A masculine man is not comfortable with that. He's not comfortable with the constant challenge. He's not comfortable with you bucking up your chest. He's not comfortable, and he's not going to make you comfortable in constantly challenging his authority. in his leadership. It's not going to happen. So in my opinion, this whole conversation is actually twisted. The men in this equation are actually the ones who I would deem to be a little bit more, leaning onto their feminine energy if they allow you to emasculate them, disrespect them, try them, whatever it is that you want to do to a certain extent. That's my opinion. And we're in a space right now where, up is down and down is up and wrong is right and right is wrong. And women are now trying to tell men how to be men. But while you are talking about these men and their masculinity, why aren't you searching out the true meaning of you and your femininity? Women, you ask a woman what it takes to be a man, she's going to give you a whole list. You ask a woman what it's going to take to be a woman, she's going to copy the list of a man and just put women there. That's the biggest problem I'm seeing so far. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this entire situation. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.
Rivah TV.